Hello, 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 and welcome back to Spoony Games and part 6 of the Death Simulator, otherwise known as Sound or Drop Fall into Poison, where we've died like 3 times now? Yeah. In deep water, and then got dragged down by squid, octopus, turned into jellyfish, been decapitated now, and we had a decision to go into the tunnel where these two died last time, to head straight inside, or to look. I'm thinking that's the safer option, because heading straight inside sounds like the same thing's just going to happen, since that weird fish thing was jumping around that they saw, which also killed them the other time. So surely looking will be safer. I guess we'll find out. We should get a better look. After waiting near the entrance for several seconds, a fish resembling a cutlass fish bounced around the tunnel, then flops down on the floor, causing the amount of fish corpses on the floor to increase. Sorry. The gathering of numerous fish scales reflects the fluorescent light back like a kaleidoscope. Though it is the same as the fluorescent lighting, the light reflected back is vivid, putting the sensation of the scales' slipperiness in my mind. Ugh, that's pretty creepy. His lips curl up in disgust as he grumbles. I also thought it was creepy, but compared to the rotten corpse I had seen earlier, that was as far back as I'm allowing my memory to go. But again, it's not corpses. You say corpse and I immediately think of a dead person. You've seen dead fish. Could that be? In contrast to him, who had averted his eyes, I just continued to stare and was able to pick up on something. Those fish flopping around, they're coming from below, from that place that looks like a vent. From the beginning of the tunnel, the fish flop up intermittently. It doesn't appear as though they are going to stop, with a new fish popping up after a fixed interval of time passes. The fish mechanically shoot out of the vent, ricochet about the tunnel at high speed, then finally, their vigour exhausted, die as they land in a pile on the floor. So they've got fish gun. Or fish vent gun. At that moment they fall, the fish's long and narrow bodies wriggle like snakes. They collide with the other fish as they cease moving, the next fish flopping to its death in the same manner. They are. Good eye, Mai-chan. So many strange things have happened that I'm probably become used to them. Yeah, fish flying out of vent like a gun on a repeated conveyor belt type thing. Just normal every day, standard Tuesday. Unable to bear these strange circumstances any longer, a self-deprecating smile reaches my lips as I give a light laugh. Whoa. At the same time as the fish leaps out, he takes a handkerchief from his pocket and tosses it into the giant cylinder. The fish pierces the handkerchief once it dances into the air, then the fish passes through it a second and then a third time as if bouncing repeatedly. In an instant, the fabric he tossed has become dust. So this is looking like it was the safer option. I'm placing myself in the handkerchief's position. I subconsciously cover my neck. Don't worry, you've already done that before. It shouldn't penetrate this. Dude! Not having a form should mean it isn't going through. A form, a dead body. I didn't want those words to pass my lips, but it was definitely as he had said. Mei-chan, you don't remember where you and your friend split up, do you? I looked down and tipped my head to the side. I'm worried about my friend. Himino? I don't know. I can no longer make baseless statements like she is fine because she is my friend. The reality is that she hadn't rescued me, or he hadn't rescued me, I'd no longer be in this world. That's true, but then you two both died a moment ago, so, you know. Swings and roundabouts in this game. There is no way I can let this happen to her. I have to hurry and meet up with her, then find a safe place away from turning into jellyfishes and being decapitated by fish guns. Okay, well, we need to do a once-over of this building. He knocks on a panel that is to the left. If you're looking at the entrance, I hear it making a hollow sound before he pushes the panel in, making a rustling sound. The panel opens. This isn't just a display, but also a door. He knows secret doors, because he isn't any kind of malicious murderer that we've said before. In contrast to the nature, or the reminiscent blue exhibits space before the door, a mechanical grey hallway stretches before us. The dim white fluorescent lights flicker and fades off or on and off. Is this the staff passageway? Correct. And the music's gone sinister. Correct. When I came through here earlier, I saw some employees, so I was luckily it had been left unlocked. So I was lucky it was left unlocked. Could the fact that the lights are on mean that someone just came through here? Even if they had, that person should be aware of all the unusual phenomena here. Anyway, if we go through this passageway, we can circumvent the tunnel and look for her. Good. No more decapitation. Well, not now anyway. Who knows what the future holds? Alright. He starts walking ahead, taking several steps before I step in. I was hesitant about walking through the staff passageway without permission. God. Oh no, I can't go somewhere without permission. Let's just go through the death tunnel. Because that's, you know, I won't get trouble then. But it was certainly better than going through the tunnel tank. Moreover, if we are able to come across staff members, we might be able to gain some information about the Mantan Aquarium. Big sister? The staff passageway is approximately 10 meters, just wide enough that people can barely pass each other. Walking up and ahead of me, that dude's shoulder's width is so great that I wouldn't be able to pass him unless he turned sideways. Even more than before, he seems stronger and more reliable than ever. Big sister? Huh? That voice that I thought was just in my head bore a silhouette the second time. It made me suspect that it was probably an optical illusion. Behind me, I was sure I heard a nostalgic voice. What's up, Mai-chan? He asked me without turning around. I squeak out that I'm fine and turn my attention to his back. Big sister? However, That was my confirmation. It was neither a visual nor an auditory hallucination. The voice calling me, sister's voice calling me big sister, had definitely come from behind me. Mari. Unable to hold back, I let that name slide from my lips. The next moment I wanted to see my sister so bad I turned back. But it was a fish! You can't, Mai-chan. My eyes open wide in surprise as he plants himself firmly in front of me, eyes spread wide, and I had unconsciously backtracked to the passage entrance, back to where we had started. Huh? Suddenly going back? Don't you remember where we came from? Where is Mari? Whatever her name is. I see. You moved without hesitation, as if you had been called, so I thought that's what it might be. Calm down, Mayu-chan. There was nobody there. Huh, but the voice. There is no voice, alright? Calm down. You have to calm down. Yes, because telling people to calm down always works. His expression as he calls for me to calm down is frantic. A crease appears in his forehead and he strains his voice. I steady my breathing and I stand in fear of his threatening attitude. Breathing deeply, I keep my back against the wall of the corridor. As my determination rises, so does my body temperature. Listen, calm down, calm down, calm down. Dude, I'm alright. Calm down. Are you alright? He's gone crazy. My words don't seem to reach him at all as his eyes open wide and his voice rings out. Like a broken DVD player, he cannot move past this one syllable. Dude? I back up instinctively. However, as he's completely unaware, he just keeps yelling in a strange voice. Hey, mister, please tell me you're okay, aren't you? Yeah! He sounds perfectly fine. It's not like he's having a stroke or anything. 3 meters away from him, I peer at him. He sways, his legs unstable, but he's definitely moving towards me. Bruh? Dude! Almost at the same time the strange voice stops, he falls over on the spot, as if his power supply has been cut off. He suddenly tumbles to the ground. He was a robot all along. The sound of him flopping to the ground sends a chill back up my spine. I'm not familiar with what you would call whatever that is, but I know the way he fell is dangerous. I guess that's a medical thing? Are you injured? Sitting down, I extended a quivery hand. It's probably a bit rude to the person who saved me, but he would understand. For at this moment, the image of his strange behaviour is seared into my mind. Even when I call out to him, there is no response. As I said, the dude's probably had a stroke, some kind of fit or something. But if I strain my ears, I can hear shallow breathing. Turning him onto his side, recovery position. Thank goodness he's alive. That alone is enough to satisfy me. There is something I can rely on within the Mystery Aquarium. What in the world was all of that? Still having my doubts, I am, for the moment, relieved. What should I do? I can't just leave him unconscious and defenceless while I proceed further into the staff passageway. On the other hand, carrying someone an entire head taller than I am is impossible. Madhu, please wake up. I called his name over and over, but he still doesn't respond. I hesitate a bit, and then I touch his back. Oh no! Oh! Putting all my strength into it, I'm able to roll him onto his back. Oh God. His body is now facing up with his eyes closed. His chest goes up, then down to form a breath. Dude! I can't make the distinction between whether he is just asleep or is passed out. I've never seen someone who has lost consciousness. You also don't know how to look after them by the sounds of it. I take a deep breath to keep myself from giving way to panic. Other than the sound of his breathing, the sounds of machines running echo. Sometimes I can hear the sound of my own breathing. I'm alone. My awareness of the situation quickly turns to anxiety. I'm all alone inside the incomprehensible Mantan Aquarium. The only other existence I can rely on. My dude currently has his eyes closed. He's just taken a quick nap. Please wake up. Growing impatient, I shake his shoulders. He doesn't even moan, and his lack of reaction only increases my anxiety. So I call his name in a louder voice. Whether or not my voice reaches him, his eyes flutter open on closer inspection. He has distant double eyelids. Thank goodness you're awake. Huh? Are you looking down on me too? What? Her full name. I'm not looking down on you or anything like that. You too? Screaming, he grabs my ankles as I squat next to him. His strength is unthinkable compared to his gentle demeanor from only a moment ago. His rough hand digs into the soft skin. Terror rages within my heart at this first brush with a man's real power. Please stop. Whenever he seems to be losing his grip on my leg, he tightens it more. Every time I verbalize even my pain, his grip intensifies a little further. My concern for him is gone. Yeah, be concerned for yourself right now. Only the feeling of his rejection remains. You little... I realise that, little by little, he's pulling me closer to him. He really is that strong. I haven't done anything. Ow, dude. Gripping my ankle tightly, he pulls himself up a little by little. His chest is huge and the muscles in his arms bulge and form a mountain shape. His face lacks the appearance of sanity and his eyes are looking in different direction. They roll without end, seemingly as if they will go completely white. Though I intended to put distance between us, I'm unable to do so. As I'm pulling closer to him. As if coaxed, I'm pulling closer to him. No! Rejected. I'm being rejected. The ones doing it. Are you all? No. While standing himself up, he sluggishly lifts his left hand. His fingers point in my direction. There is no mistaking his intent to grab me with both hands. I'm filled with the desire to be free from him. Oh God. Now we got 3 choices! Well, my immediate instinct reaction would be to kick him. I don't think calling out would do much, considering you have been shouting, calling like his name, and no one's come by. And shaking of his right hand, we've said like once he starts losing grip, he tightens it again, so I don't feel that you're gonna shake it off. But kicking is also gonna just piss him off. Could this be the 4th death? No! Oh, didn't hit that. In time with my words of rejection, both of my legs jerk frantically. At any rate, I don't think I can take it if he grips my right leg, so I struggle with all my might, not even worrying about whether my skirt flips up. He is as strong as before, but his movements are slow, somehow allowing me to continue my resistance. Nevertheless, between the pain and my resistance, my stamina is fading rapidly. 1 sec. So I just had to cough there. My stamina is fading rapidly. Before I realised it, my haggard breathing is louder than the machine's motor. Don't reject me. You should be more accepting. His words give an unchanging, disordered image. Whether he's given up on grabbing my other leg or not, his body leans towards me. His upper half of my body falls back, but he quickly yanks my legs and throws off my balance. Oh, so we're on the floor as well. Oh, we are doomed! Upon hearing me let out a scream, corners of his mouth twitch. He is enjoying this. He is enjoying me lose the ability to resist. His expression marks that clear to me. One more thing has become clear to me. That is, that I can no longer see him as that dude I once knew. I'm sorry! Even so, my consciousness is tugged at me. My words of apology are proof of that. I used the heel of my boot to kick him. He'd pulled himself up in the nose. My skirt fluttered up and I reflexively held it down. Gah! Seizing the opportunity, he yanks my left leg hard towards himself. Whether it is because of his hesitation or not, my other leg slides free of his right hand, and a single line of blood trickles from his nose. The heels must be harder than I thought. Ah! Upon seeing the blood, I shut my eyes immediately. However, I realize I no longer have the luxury of instinctively worrying about him. Pulling myself upright, I break into a run in order to escape from him. In no time, he has moved in front of me. I want to get away from him. With that one thought, I decide to go in a direction unknown to me. Kicking me? Isn't that impudent? Could the stench on the sole of that shoe be Raka? Or is it Mickey? I'm guessing those are the names of people that have potentially become jellyfish, because we squished a load as we ran through. Well, I did have a feeling he was part of it. I hear him saying after getting about 5 meters away from him, I quickly regret turning back. Feels good, does it? Ah, that's fine. That's just fine. He yells, writhing on the floor. The transformation of one who had rescued me is too devastating. Even so, there is no changing the fact that he tried to hurt me. I understand somewhere in my heart that, though no fault of his own, he is no longer sane, and the desire to protect my own body is winning inside of me. Well, good. That should be. Self-preservation. I'm sorry, but... As I shut my eyes, I turn away from him. I'm sure he isn't looking at me anymore. In other words, he is no longer conscious of anything. His voice attempts to stop my fleeing legs many times, but no matter how fast he is, I've already decided to head for the exit of the staff passageway. Oh god, are we going back to the tunnel? I suppose, well, I don't see how we could get through it. But just thinking, fish gun could take care of him. As soon as the door is between us, I put an ear against it and listen to the sound of the passageway I just left. However, it is only my own violent pulse and not his going crazy that I hear. Honestly, I almost feel relieved. Being separated like this leaves me feeling worried about him, but at the moment I don't have time to spare. Yes, be worried about the crazy guy that just tried to do whatever it was. I wonder if this is wrong. It's natural that I'd have these doubts, I say over my shoulder. The only thing to respond to my words is the wind rustling my hair. That's right. This is... Oh, we actually did get to a different bit. Finally, I begin to confirm my location. This place is semi-outdoors and even cooler than the passageway. Despite the fact that it's summer, I shiver instinctively. Below eye level, there are several plastic chairs in a row. In the centre of the chairs, which are lined up like dolls on a Tyriad stand, is a stage that is a little smaller than a school classroom. Bowls and buckets are laying on top of it. In the centre of the stage is something resembling a small shed. A stage? That's right. For things like the sea lions. A stage once facilitated... or one that... get my words mixed up now. A stage, one facility that no aquarium should lack. For kids to adults, the show is something everyone can enjoy. The small city aquarium, Mantan Aquarium, still has a stage despite its size. Looks like it hasn't been used in a while. Upon muttering this, doubt enters my mind. That dude said that this place was on a shifted time axis, but even so, each section just feels too different. The Fish of the World booth, where the first strange phenomenon occurred, the jellyfish booth, the tank tunnel, thinking back on them in order, they each felt like their own distinct time period. The countless fish that decayed, the immensely entrancing beauty, which each new facility I entered, the look changed. Ridiculous. There can't be, I started to say, then shake my head. I don't know how many times I had thought impossible have come to pass. This crazy theory, perhaps. Never mind, I have to find my friend. And with that, we will stop here. We managed to survive! I don't know if it's a good survival, considering we had 3 options, unless the other 2 were death, and more death. I might go back just to check. But yeah, I will save it here. And we will carry on soon. Take care, everyone. Bye for now.